Hello and welcome to another Excel video with Rich Kerr. In this scenario, we want to take a look at how we can extend our use of the if function to accommodate multiple scenarios. So take the situation where I've got students who wish to attend a field trip, and the cost of the field trip is $100. But paying the $100 fee is not enough to give the student a status of clear to go on the field trip. They must also get a permission slip signed by their parent. And so if you want to take a moment to set up some sample data like this, go ahead and pause your video, and we'll come back after that pause and go ahead and write our formula in column D. Okay, so again, the goal here is to give the student a status of clear if they've paid their fee for the field trip and they've got their permission slip turned in. And if they don't have both of those conditions met, then their status is not clear to go on the field trip. So I'll start with equals and the if function, open paren. But in this case, you have two conditions that must be met, not just one logical test to evaluate. And since they must both be met, we'll use the AND function. So this is the word AND, not the AND symbol. Open paren. And you'll see from the helper that you can now start adding multiple logical tests inside the parentheses of the AND function. In fact, you can add up to 30. But we only have two. So the first logical test is to evaluate whether or not B2 is equal to 100. In this case, I won't say greater than or equal to. I won't record if the student paid over 100. It's just they've paid 100 or they've only paid less than that up until now. So we have B2 equals 100 as my first logical test, and then with a comma I can now add a second logical test, which for our example is checking to see if C2 equals yes. And since that's text, it must be entered within quotation marks. And I only have two logical tests for this example, so I can now put a closing paren on my AND function. So that AND function with its two logical tests is serving as the logical test of my if function. So now I need to finish writing the if statement. So after the logical test, which is my AND function here, comma, and if both of those conditions are met, the logical test is true, and we want to say the student is clear to go on the field trip, comma. Now if either of those two are not met, then the AND function would result in a value of false. So we want to say not clear. Close quote and close paren. So in other words, you're saying if B2 equals 100 and C2 equals yes, then the status is clear, else not clear. So we hit the enter key and we'll see that Mariah is clear as she has met both logical tests, and then I will double click to fill that down, and we'll see that the folks who have paid 100 and have their permission slip turned in are clear, and those that don't meet both are not clear. I hope you'll find this useful, and I appreciate you tuning in. Please come back soon for more Excel demos. Have a productive day.